Well, I've lost count the number of times that I've been asked to draw Spider-Man, but I can't because it's copyright and I'm just not allowed to do that. But look, I wrote a book called Little Horrors, the Spider-Man. And I'm allowed to show you how to draw this Spider-Man. Look, there he is, he's very creepy. Because I wrote the book and I drew all the pictures. So let's not talk about it. Let's do it. Okay, well, the Spider-Man, he's pretty weird. I'll draw a circle and then draw his... This is kind of the back of his head. Very pointy. Like he's been in a pencil sharpener or something. And then bring a kind of a curve around there, and then that'll be his nose. That'll be one of his eyes, and that'll be the other eye kind of staring at you. This kind of rim around it. And then this big mouth, he's just smiling. I got the idea for this story. It was a really weird. I was on this great long train journey up to Scotland, and it was taking all day. And there was this strange man in the carriage, and he was he used to dangle this spider over the luggage rack thing and dangle it in front of people. He has hair sticking out of his ears, by the way. And he would dangle this cartoon fluffy spider kind of thing in front of people. And it was a kind of a plan. It was a plot to get people into conversation, and then he would kind of talk to them. And I watched him kind of working the carriage, staring daggers at him so he didn't come near me. He knew that I'd spotted him and I knew what he was up to. But so while I was watching doing this, scaring people I thought what would be terrible is if you were in a railway carriage and stuck in a tunnel and the lights went out, and then he turned up and he was like a spider expert. He has great big eyebrows there as well. And let me think, how can I do? How's that fitting in? Yeah, I'm going to just move that there a bit so I can get a bit more. Yeah, so I can get kind of his arm in there, and I'm going to want him holding kind of a jam jar like that, and he has very long spidery fingers kind of like that, and we can have a jam jar with a evil spider excuse me, I love drawing evil spiders. There you go. So yeah, I thought, can you imagine being stuck in a railway carriage with a guy who says, "Would you like to see my spiders?" Because he's actually kind of an expert on spiders, and he's on his way to give a lecture at a museum. But you'll have to read the book, which I'm hoping to bring out as an ebook quite soon. Now, as ever, I kind of look at what's the nearest thing to you, so I want to put the sleeve in quite early like that, and just these little bits there for where it folds, and then I'm going to put the lid on next like that, and he's going to want some breathing holes in the top as well, isn't he, like that? And then I can bring the jam jar down like that, and his thumb is kind of going behind, and then he's got these creepy little long fingers. That's a bit over the top, isn't it? Anyway, it gets these really creepy fingers, and there's the jam jar. Just gonna have a bit of shine on there, and then we're going to want this kind of evil spider staring out like that, and kind of great big hairy legs like that, and then we need to suggest a load of kind of dark hairiness inside the jam jar. All the other legs, there we go, good. Now the next thing, I'm trying to think what's nearest. I think his ear is probably the next most important thing, and we've got to get all these kind of stiff bristly hairs sticking out of his ears. He is horrible. Anyway, and then I can put his the kind of, what's it called? I can't think. Is it drawing? All the words leave me when I'm drawing. The collar of his coat. That's the word I'm looking for. Collar. That's an easy word. How can I forget that? And then what's in the nearest thing? So I'm going to do his eyebrows next, and that's just kind of flicking these great hairy, stiff, hairy eyebrows. He's horrible. And this is all kind of flick, flick, flick. And of course, this is absolutely nothing like Spider-Man at all, is it? It's really strange when I go to schools. This is one of the stories I like to read. And I say, I'm going to tell you a story about Spider-Man. And all the boys go, yeah, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. And I say, no, not that Spider-Man. And they go, And so I'm going to tell you a different Spider-Man. A man who loves spiders. So he has these kind of weird teeth. That, and then bring the mouth around there, and then that'll be his kind of lip around there, and that's the tongue inside it, so we can shade that in around there, and here's the rest of the collar, the other inside of part of his collar, and I think he should have some hint of a tie or something in there. And then we'll have his other hand with these thin, 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 thin little fingers. And I'm kind of drawing these individually like that, so that I can kind of join them up. Kind of like that, so they're really thin, spindly, spidery fingers, and then we can bring the coat around like that, and probably want to see buttons or something on his coat like that. There we go. Good. And then we need to just put in lots of spiky bits of hair, and that's kind of working it around the angles, kind of like, so you need it to kind of radiate out from a point like that. I'm using copic markers. People keep asking me what these markers are, and you can see I did a video about them when I got them. I was very pleased, and I'm just really liking these markers now. Now when I did the actual cover here, that's all done in watercolour. So these copic markers are very new to me. I'm still experimenting, still learning with them. And some people say, how do you know what you're doing? And I don't know, it's just kind of instinct now. And I just do what comes naturally, really. Which doesn't help, does it? How to draw the Spider-Man. Well, if you enjoyed that, why not learn how to draw a tarantula and maybe try the mystery drawing? Either way, make sure you're subscribed and keep coming back to Shoe Rainer Drawing Channel. In the meantime, keep drawing, drawing, drawing. Practice, practice, practice. And I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye-bye.